The NHRA Full Throttle Drag Racing Series is at the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals presented by Lucas Oil. And Mike, a race as historic as this, you got to bring out some of the old hardware as well.
Oh, man, the old-time race cars, classic cars, street rods. That's just one of the great things, many things that we see at Indy.
Many drivers, many cars, big crowds, and also plenty of photographers. They line up and try to capture the speed and power of drag racing, but few have been as successful as Steve Reyes. A photographer since the 1960s, Reyes recently received an NHRA Lifetime Achievement Award for his work. Recently, our stat guy and photographer himself, Louis Bloom, got to talk to Reyes about some of his favorite and classic photos.
What I want to do is have you describe some of these photographs, some of the iconic images that define your career. When I grew up as a kid, you know, my walls were covered with Steve Reyes photographs. This first photograph here, the Warlock, just a beautiful image. Tell me what, you mentioned that you really love this picture.
I love that photo from the standpoint it's not a ordinary type of photo. Plus, I was kneeling on my knees on the racetrack, and literally the car came by me up in the air, and then he came down right alongside me, and I couldn't move. I was on my knees. He came down about 3-4 feet from me, and I felt very fortunate I didn't wet my pants, to be honest.
This is another one of the iconic Steve Reyes photographs. This is Shirley Muldowney, who drove funny cars before she drove Top Fuel, wearing the fashion of the day. Check out the boots. And this was actually, was this a press shoot for Shirley?
This was the paint was, you could still smell the paint. It just come out of the paint shop, and this was her second car, her second funny car, and she graciously called me up. This was in Long Beach by the Queen Mary, and the clothing she's wearing belonged to my wife at the time. They changed clothes in the trailer, and this is the go-go boots and the hot pants and everything, and this is the result we got. It was a fun shoot. It was always a fun shoot with Shirley.
A lot of drag racing fans have seen a lot of the Golden Greek this season, Chris Camarasini's, but Chris actually isn't driving the car. This is someone driving the car, but it's a really incredible wheel stand photo.
That's Cliff Zink, which is the Golden Greek's really good friend, and the Greek wanted to see his car run, and unfortunately for Chris, Cliff Zink decided to head for the moon on that. He ground a hole in the seat and didn't do much for the front end when he came down. That was the only time Cliff Zink got to drive for the Greek.
Yeah, the Greek is still around racing, still fun to talk to.
He's my idol.
He's one of the best.
An amazingly talented man is Steve Reyes. Did he ever catch you, Mike Dunn, in his camera lens?
He's a great photographer, but he gave me a couple pictures with my dad last year that I definitely will cherish.
Got a photo book coming out. Be sure to look for that.